Hello, my name is Troy Emory, Managing Partner of TD Emory CPA and Associates. Today we're going to talk about the new tax changes in reference to businesses, LLCs, corporations, all the pass-through entities, and all the good things that are coming out as far as the ways to save you money on your taxes, especially you business owners. Now, the tax return has changed a bit, and you know, the president said that it was going to be simpler. I don't know whether I would call it simpler. Things have been moved around. Like, for example, the first page is going to be a postcard. The second page is going to look like a postcard. The first page is going to have general information on it. Okay. You won't see numbers until you get to the second page, and I'm going to show you what the actual tax return looks like. Certain things pretty much stay on the main page where you have the income and so forth. The interest and dividends stay where they are. Pensions stay where they are. Social Security goes directly on to page 2. All this used to be on page 1. Okay. Then you got some other small income that's going to stay. It's going to be on page 2. So again, page 1, page 2 is going to look like a postcard. And basically what they did was they just moved the other things off the front and second page and just put them on other schedules. So Schedule 1 is going to have, this is going to be a very important schedule. This is where the bulk of your income will come from besides W-2 income. W-2 income is actually going to be right here on the second page of the 1040. But the other income, such as sole proprietor income, single member LLC, Schedule D, this is when you sell assets, rental properties and royalties, and farm income are basically going to be summarized on this schedule. So it's a bit different than what than you used to see. This is going to be none of this is going to be on that front page of the tax return. You won't see these things on the second page of the tax return. These things are summarized in a schedule, what's called a Schedule 1. So I'm going to get right into the tax return. So let's play a little fun here. This is Donald Trump's tax return that he won't show. We kind of made it up here. Keep in mind the Social Security numbers are not correct. The address is correct. Wife is correct. Social Securities are not correct. But since he had a problem showing his tax return, we figured we'd show you a Donald Trump tax return. Okay, so, but if you notice here, it's the size of a postcard. He was really telling the truth when he said he was going to make the tax return the size of a postcard. But you got to keep in mind, this is only the first and second pages. The other pages don't look like postcards. Okay, so essentially what they did was truncate this, make it look like a postcard, and push all the other data to other schedules. So if you want to say it's simpler, I don't think it's simpler. They just move the data around. Remember when I said that the W-2 wages is going to be on the second page, and then you're going to have Schedule 1, and that's going to have most of your other income. Some of the stuff still stays on the main page of the tax return, like interest, dividends, pension, Social Security, dividends, and so forth. But most of your income is going to be on that Schedule 1. Can I go to the next page and kind of show them what the Schedule 1 looks like? Just go to the next page. And keep in mind, these things just came out. We got this from the software developer last Thursday. I think it was last Thursday. So the schedules are brand new, and that's why you see do not file on them, because they're still working on these schedules. But I wanted to be the first to actually show you what the tax return looks like. All right, so this is where all your other income is going to be housed. See, if you look here, this used to be on the front page of the tax return. Your partnerships, S corps, and so forth. Now it's just pushed to another schedule. And then, you know, I don't know whether you remember, but your actual K1s, well, I'm sorry, your rental income was on a different schedule. It's called a Schedule E. Okay, that stays the same. All the sub-schedules that really drive these numbers stay the same. It's just that the total of all those business income just comes here now. So again, it's not simpler. If I were to say the tax return really got a little bit more complex, and you'll see it a little bit later when we get to the business stuff. The business income it used to be on a Schedule C, and now it is on a Schedule C, but just the total of all your Schedule Cs get put here. So it's not like the tax return has gotten simpler. They just moved the numbers to different schedules, which I think is going to really cause more confusion in the first year or two than anything. This part used to be on the second page of the 1040. They just moved all the self-employment tax and other taxes to this schedule here. And then the total is going to go back over to the other summary sheet. So again, I don't know if it's really simpler. We'll have to wait and see. If you notice here, look, the Schedule C, if you're familiar with a Schedule C, a Schedule C is where you have a sole proprietor or a LLC, a single member LLC, and you put your income here, scroll down a little bit. You put your expenses down here, keep going, keep going. You put your expenses down here, then you get a net income down here. It might be some other things down here, but your bottom line comes here, and you're usually taxed on this number or some numbers. Go down a little bit. The bottom line number is here, usually taxed on that number here. This schedule pretty much it just stayed the same. All right. So those are the few pages that I wanted to show here. If you keep going on the tax return, everything else is the same. It's just those first couple of pages have changed, and we just moved everything to other schedules. All right, so let me stop here, and we can go back over to the PowerPoint. I hope you enjoyed the video that you just watched. If you got any questions or comments, please contact me at tdecpa.com or 301-474-1040. Thanks, and hope you enjoy your next video. Don't forget to hit subscribe so you won't miss my next video.